Hi everyone, welcome to Pajama Tells. I'm Miss Jackie from the Lake Villa District Library, and I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. Well, we're going to sing some fun songs and read some books, and let's start out with our song that's all about sharing books together. It's called The More We Read Together, and if you remember the sign language, do it along with me. The more we read together, together, the more we read together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause my books are your books and your books are my books. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. Very good job. The first book we're going to read tonight is about some animals who can't find sleep. They're looking everywhere for it. Do you feel that way sometimes where you just can't fall asleep? Well, this one is called Looking for Sleep. And it's written by Georgiana Deutsch and it's illustrated by Tadden. And I'm reading it today with permission from Tiger Tells. This book has some really pretty nighttime pictures in it too. It was bedtime in the forest, but Wolf was wide awake. He just couldn't sleep. Wolf tried a warm bath and a tasty bedtime snack. Looks like he's eating grapes there. He even hung upside down, but would sleep come? Not a chance. It's very strange. Sleep must be hiding, Wolf declared. I'll just have to go and find it. And off he went. Wolf peered into a dark den. Sleep, are you in here? He hollered. Sleep didn't answer, but Badger did. Wolf, he grumbled, you interrupted my dream. I'm sorry, Wolf said. I'm looking for sleep. And if you were dreaming, that means it's only a whisker away. Badger huffed. Well, we better go and find it, but no more shouting. Wolf and Badger hadn't gone far when they heard a lullaby. There, singing softly under the stars, was Hedgehog. Sleep is never far from a lullaby, whispered Wolf. I'll creep over and catch it. Quickly, grumbled Badger, and be quiet. Wolf tiptoed closer and closer until... Crack went a twig. Eek! Yelped Hedgehog. Don't be scared, said Wolf. We're just looking for sleep. Is it here with you? Hedgehog shook her quills. Maybe it's hiding nearby, she squeaked. The friends searched everywhere from the woods to the shores of the moonlit lake. I'm exhausted, grumbled Badger, and he gave a huge yawn. Badger, don't move, cried Wolf. Sleep loves hiding in yawns. In yawns, growled Badger. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Why don't we ask Owl, Hedgehog said. I bet she'll know where sleep is hiding. But as they got closer to Owl's tree, they heard a terrible noise. What's that? Gulped Wolf. A monster, squeaked Hedgehog. It's just rabbits snoring, sighed Badger. But this gave Wolf a great idea. I bet sleep is hiding in Rabbit's nose. What do you think? I just need to tickle it out. Wolf found a feather and... There's the feather. Snuffle, snuffle, snort. Achoo! Look at Rabbit's whiskers. Oh, they made him sneeze. What a ruckus! And still sleep was nowhere to be found. Wolf had had enough. Owl, he howled, we can't find sleep anywhere. Owl peered down from her moonlit branch. What's all this talk about looking for sleep? She chuckled. I'm not sure you'll ever find it. There's Owl. Never find sleep, gasped Wolf. What will we do? Cried Hedgehog. Badger stamped his foot. This is Wolf's fault for starting it off, he sulked. But Owl just smiled kindly. Sleep will find you, she told them, but only when you're tired and still and feeling safe, like when you're listening to a bedtime story. That always helps, doesn't it? Wolf thought hard. Owl, he blinked, could you maybe tell us a story? Absolutely, beamed Owl. The friends snuggled up under the winking stars while Owl found the perfect tale. It was bedtime in the forest, she began, but Wolf was wide awake. Tonight, sleep was hiding in the coziest of places. In the whispered words of a bedtime story. And now look, they're all asleep, except for Owl. The end. That was a fun book, Looking for Sleep. I hope you liked that. Okay, it is time to sing a song. And I know you know this song. It's called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And we're going to use the ukulele to sing it. But do you remember the sign language we learned a while ago to this song? So we're going to, every time we sing Twinkle, Twinkle, I want you to do Twinkle, Twinkle, and then Little Star, like you're pointing up to the stars. That's the sign language for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Can you do that every time we say that? Okay, let's try. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. That's one of my favorite songs. It's so pretty. Okay. The next book I have for you is about the cutest little dog named Purdue. And this book is written by Richard Jones and published by Peachtree. And this has some really pretty pictures in it as well. Okay, here's our little dog Perdu. The sky was dark, the wind howled, and so did Purdue. Poor Purdue, a little lost dog all alone, with no place to call his home and nothing to call his own but an old red scarf. Do you see his scarf there? Rain fell on his night black coat, and the grass was cold beneath his paws. He watched a leaf tumble through the air. There's the leaf. And land with a whispery tap on the water. It danced in the current, spinning and turning as it floated away. That leaf has a place to be, he thought. But what about me? Purdue decided to follow the leaf as it sailed on through the night, through the fields and through the woods, through the grass short and tall. The night faded away, black became blue, and the sun began to rise. There's Purdue. The gentle stream that had been his friend now rushed and raced away from him, carrying his leaf out of sight. The ground beneath his paws felt different now. Tip, 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 went his claws on the city concrete. Look, there's a little girl in a red hat. People rushed and raced around him. The city is a busy place. The city is a noisy place. The city is a big place when you are very small. Everyone had somewhere to be. I must find my place, thought Purdue. I must find my somewhere. Oh, and there's that little girl with the red hat again. Do you see her? And there's Purdue. All day he searched. Inside, outside, up and down, but there was no place for Purdue. Get out, they shouted. Go away! Shoo! There's that little girl again. Poor Purdue, his little legs ached and his 4 paws were tired and sore. His tummy rumbled and grumbled. He had to find something to eat. Looks like he's looking into a cafe. Purdue slipped inside. Happy voices filled the warm air. Tick-clack-clip went knives and forks. The food smelled wonderful. Crash, bump, clang. Oh no, what did Purdue do? People growled and people barked. You silly dog, look what you've done. Purdue felt the hard cold of the window glass against his fur. There was nowhere to go. He cowered and trembled until, scared, he growled back. Scared, he snarled. So scared, he barked. Horrible animal, the people shouted. Run, dash, dodge, duck. Uh-oh, what happened here? Poor Purdue was there nowhere for him to belong? When at last he stopped, he found he was in a park surrounded by tall, shadowy trees. He made himself a circle of pine cones, pebbles, and leaves and curled up tight in the middle, a scared little ball of worry. Oh, poor Purdue. A leaf fell gently on the grass beside him, and he looked up. There was the little girl, and she was holding his scarf. There's the girl in the red hat. Is this yours? She asked softly. Purdue looked into her kind eyes as she tied the scarf, and all at once he knew he was safe. Together they turned to leave. And at last Purdue had a place to call home. The end. Do you see him? Looks like the little girl adopted him. What a nice ending. Purdue. Well, we have one more thing to do before Pajama Tells is over, and that is to sing our goodbye song. So let's sing Good Night, Friends, and do the sign language along with me. Here we go. Good night, friends. Good night, friends. Good night, friends. It's time to say good night. Well, good night, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those stories. Sweet dreams. Bye.